All right, this is episode number 52 podcast. Sir-Earl coming at you live, and I have our client of the month, Kevin Bonds. One of the reasons that we chose Kevin as client of the month has nothing to do with physical, even though he's getting stronger and all those things. I've been knowing Kevin for a very long time, and he's one of my clients. And his grit, he went through some obstacles that would have sunk most men. I knew him long before the end. I always considered him a good friend, a good guy. And nothing has changed about that. So that's one of the reasons that we chose him as client of the month. And, with no further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Kevin Bonds. How you doing, Kevin?
What's good?
All right. Now, a little information on you. You've been married how long, and you have how many kids?
Well, 2 days ago, made 17 years married.
Okay. How many kids?
3 kids.
Okay.
I know
A black man's answer. Okay. I know that you were how long were you in the Army, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
27 years.
27 years. You retired from the Army?
Yeah, in 2013.
Okay. You did tours? You saw action overseas?
Yeah, I got my cab.
Your cab? What's that?
Combat action badge.
Oh, okay. All right. See, you're talking to military talk. We don't know nothing about that, man. So how many tours did you do? You were in where, Iraq? Okay.
Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom.
Okay, so altogether, how much time did you spend over there?
About 4 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Now, as I said before at the beginning of the podcast, one of the reasons that we personally chose you as a client of the month is some of the obstacles that you managed to overcome. So, if you can, what you feel like indulging, let some of our listeners know, what happened, how it happened, how's everything coming along, things like that. So tell us the story behind what I already know.
Back in 2014, my father passed away, and I went to go visit a cousin in Cleveland that wanted me to do some work on the house. And when I got there, he like, I gotta go make a run first. Come with me. So I was like, we gonna take your truck or my truck? He like, come on, we take my truck. I'm like, all right. So we pulled up at his house. And he like, come on, we went inside, I gotta go check something out. So I'm like, all right. But the house in Cleveland is different than the ones in Chicago. But like how we have back porches, they got front porches enclosed. So he was like, just sit down right here. I'll be right back. So I sat down, I heard pop. And something kept running out my mouth. I looked down, and there was blood all in between my legs. So I'm like, did this motherfucker just hit me with a bat or something? I looked around, he wasn't even there. Then I started running my tongue around in my mouth. And I got shot in the mouth. It went out the right side of my head. So I'm like, man, this is crazy.
So how long were you in the hospital, and how many surgeries did you go through?
I went through like 4 or 5 surgeries. So it happened April 7th. And they took me to the hospital that night. And they called my wife, but she in the Army too. But she was in Kuwait at the time. So she talked to the head surgeon, and he like, if you're not here by the end of this night, your husband gonna be dead. So she told the surgeon, okay, I'll just come get his body. Because I'm in Kuwait, it's gonna take me 2 days to get there. I gotta fly back to Chicago and get my kids, and then come to Cleveland. So the doctor like, okay, I'm just telling you, your husband gonna be dead for the end of the night. So she told the surgeon, you don't know my God. My husband bigger than that. He gonna be alright. He like, man, I'm telling you. And she like, no, he's like, I'm telling you. If he gonna die, don't let him die. So they put me on life support. And they tried to patch me up the best they could. And then they sent me to Cleveland Clinic. And they called my wife and told her that. And she like, well, if he in the hospital, why y'all gonna send him to a clinic? And they're like, nah, Mrs. Barnes. They just call it Cleveland Clinic. It's one of the best hospitals in the country. He like, it's equivalent to like y'all Northwestern in Chicago. So she like, okay, that's cool. So then Cleveland Clinic did another surgery on me. And they took out my right frontal lobe of my brain. The initial impact had already took a chunk of it out. So they had to cut some more out. And because of the way the bullet went, it severed my right optic nerve in my eye. So I can't see out my right eye. So I still didn't know what happened. So I was still on the life support when my wife got there. Her and my kids. But because my ID wasn't expired yet, they thought I was still in the military. So they called the FBI out there. The FBI started asking me a bunch of questions and stuff. And I was like, I'll tell y'all whatever y'all want to know. Yeah, I cheated on my taxes a couple years ago. So that's y'all need to know. And they're like, are you First Sergeant Barnes? I'm like, yeah. Well, I used to be. I said, I retired last year in October. He's like, well, your ID said you won't get out until like August of this year. I said, yeah, because I had to renew my ID in order to get promoted. He's like, you ain't turned your ID in? And, you know.
What was your determination that got you through that, and what's your determination now? What pulled? Because a lot of people, I think me included, I didn't go through it, don't want to go through it, but one of the reasons that I talk to people a lot is we live in a society where people make a bunch of excuses, okay? You have every reason. I knew you before this happened, and you were never that kind of guy. But you have every excuse in the world to give up.
I know.
Why? Why don't you?
My wife and kids. And they told me I wasn't going to ever talk again. But my daughter was like, Daddy, you going to talk, you have to. Like, why? She like, my baby get here. She like, you can't talk that goo gaga stuff. You got to talk like you used to. She like, all right. So after that, I started going to the VA for therapy. And I told the speech pathologist, I said, I had to talk to her. And she like, why? I said, my daughter's pregnant. She like, what what I got to do with you? She said, I can't talk to my grandson unless I talk right. I'm like, so, I don't know what you need to do or who you need to talk to, but I gotta talk again. She like, all right, talk, don't worry about it. We're gonna get you right.
And how long did that take?
Couple months.
And you just determined.
Sat there every day looking in the mirror and telling myself, Kevin, you got to talk, man. You got to talk. You got a grandson coming, man.
And you said your grandson is 3, right?
Yeah.
You talk to him a lot? He talk back?
He try to. He getting a lot better.
You ever thought about taking them to the speech therapist? No.
Yeah.
No.
In fact, they have one come to the house.
Oh, really? Now, it's, like I said, it's who you are and what you do and what you've been through and how you're still here. You come to see me, you work out, we see you getting better. It's something to be admired. It really is. You know.
Yeah, and then, my father, he put too much strength in me. He's the only man I ever known worked 2 full-time jobs for 40 years. So I'm like, if he can do that, I know I can walk again.
Yeah, because you told me today, and I did that with something I didn't know. They told you.
And then even last year when I got real sick, and they had to put me in the hospital, all I did was just kept praying. I'm like, look, Lord, I ain't no bad dude. I ain't did no bad stuff in my life. Just let me go and be my mom and daddy. Go ahead and kill me. And I put that on Facebook, and all my buddies came up there. They like, KB, this ain't what you taught us, so you can't talk like that.
Do you have bad days?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Besides coming to see me, I know that's a good day. Every Wednesday.
I look forward to my Wednesdays.
He just saying it, y'all. He really don't. But what makes your days good? When you have good days, is it certain things that make it good, or just the way you look at it?
Certain things.
Like what?
Like when I see my grandson.
How often do you see him?
Every day. Because they moved out to Indiana. So my daughter comes to the house every day.
Okay.
That's her job.
To come to the house. You spoil your grandson?
I try to.
How old are your kids?
My oldest, my daughter, she's 28. My oldest son, 25. And the baby boy, he 18.
And you ain't got kids, and you got grown people.
They think they grown.
Okay, so what does the future hold for Kevin Barnes?
Keep getting stronger. I'm getting more involved in my church. So now I'm going to study to be a deacon.
Okay. See, all this stuff I'm just finding out. My brother, he lives in Alabama. He's a deacon. So, yeah, that was one of the things
Yes, I looked out because my wife, auntie, she is senior pastor. Her husband is a junior pastor. She got a PhD and everything.
Do you believe your story and the things you've been through can help others?
I hope they can.
If you wanted somebody to get, because I believe that God puts us all through something to be a testimony to others, right? I know, you know me, you know what I've been through, you know what I came up through. And I find it as a way to help others. If you want a person to get one thing, one lesson out of your experience, what would it be?
All money ain't good money. And stay close with God and your family. At the end of the day, that's all you get.
All right. As we close out this podcast, is there anything you want to say? You'll be pretty famous after this, man. People will know you. We go everywhere. So if it's a message you want to get to people or your family, anybody, just this is your time.
Please stay close to your family and God. Please. At the end of the day, that's who's going to be standing next to your bed.
All right. That's our podcast for this week with Client of the Month, Kevin Bonds. As y'all can see, great individual, great man. Glad to call my friend. Till next time, Sir-Earl, I'm out. Peace.